very rightly said that yes, there is a language barrier, yes, there is a cultural difference, but that's not stopped India and France from maintaining healthy and, as you said, flourishing equations. So I'm going to request you to stay on with us. Meanwhile, with us on the broadcast is Major General Sudhakarji. Sir, let's talk about the AI summit itself. When we talk about nuclear energy and AI, now they're being looked at, technologies that are going hand in hand. With that being said, the summit, what amount of significance does it hold?
Savri, good morning. Thank you, and compliments to Dr. Kohli for having beautifully articulated the perspective in a very comprehensive manner. As regards your question, it has got multiple components. There is a global component, there is a bilateral component, and there is also a regional component, which is related to European Union, as per my understanding. Now, firstly, coming to the global component, the AI summit. Now, AI summit would do well, viewers, if they can understand that India's role as far as the co-chairing the meeting is very, very significant. Today, the global order is going through a huge churn, which is deficit of trust. So, India is the only country, whether it is Israel or you talk about Ukraine or Russia or any country, India is a friend to everyone except for Pakistan. China, to large an extent, very selectively, they know how to fleece the meat out of the relationship. So basically what I'm trying to say, there are three key components on which India's role will be expected to be extended by our leadership, who's already present there, by virtue of being a credible partner, a strategic partner to one and all in the global order today. The first thing that comes to my mind is that India will be expected to respond to the first question: how can we massively develop AI technologies and use them across the world? This is the first thing that we are expected to respond. And second thing that comes to my mind is how can we ensure nobody is left behind and continue to preserve our freedom in the AI revolution. And the third and most important thing, Asavri, that comes to my mind is how can we ensure use of AI are humanistic, they are congruent to the humanistic values, and the technology serves the society and public interest. Now, what is the centrality of these three questions? Centrality, to my understanding and research, actually converges on only one point, and that point is that monopolistic manipulation of AI should not be carried out or undertaken by anyone. Meaning what? Meaning that AI is such a component of technology development that it has got the potential to replace the employment of mankind. Is the mankind prepared to be replaced by AI? The answer is no. So where is the fine balance? For that balance, we need to evolve a kind of a regulatory mechanism which is accepted by one and all globally, all across the planet. That is what the central point that we should be working for. And this AI mission, which is undergoing now in France, is just about 3 years old. The first one was held in UK, second I believe was in Korea, and the third one is this one. I'm sure we have a long way to go. Now coming to the second component, that the part of the question which you raised in your preamble is the nuclear energy. Yes, we are well aware of the fact that France is one of the few countries in the world which has predominantly got nuclear energy or electricity provided by the nuclear reactors. We are also dependent on France right since independence, not the talk of that 1998 strategic partnership. They have been extending a lot of support. We have our reactors, but we are thinking ahead, going absolutely in the state-of-the-art realm, wherein we are going in for a modular reactor, small, collapsible, redeployable, or can be shifted from place A to B, by going in for a modular reactor so as to ensure clean and green energy, for which the latest budget has adequately catered for to start with. We have a long way to go. I know we are dependent on coal energy for good about 70% of our complete pie diagram of energy. Third and most important thing that you're talking about is the bilateral issue, about the defense cooperation. Let's not limit ourselves to Rafale and the scorpions that we are expecting, submarines that we are talking of.
Right.
There is a greater need. The criticality today in our security apparatus, to my understanding, lies in aerospace engine. If the GE, General Electric, is not working out in a time-bound manner, we have to put in our full might and ensure that the saffron comes through, technology transfer takes place, and we start co-developing along with the France technology transfer and their scientists in India itself under Atmanirbhar Bharat. That is going to take us to 2047 or even earlier than that to achieve a status of a global power by the given time frame. Last but not the least, Asavri, last point is about the regional, the trade aspect, which Dr. Kohli has beautifully covered. It's not only France. We need to push ahead with the free trade agreement with the European Union, failing which we need to go in for explore the possibility of bilateral free trade. I know it is not possible. It is not that simple with the European Union because there is a clause existing in the mandate of European Union that it has to be done with the European Union as such. But never mind, we could explore this possibility. Our trade imbalance can be actually utilized by going in for improving our relationship, keeping a focal point and high-end objective to achieve a greater trade balance with the European Union. Back to you, Asaf.
Right, sir, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast.